Go. Welcome back to the Unaware Altair Meister anime review, episode number 2. We review episodes 3 and 4 for the series, and don't worry, the titles are not very long. So in the case of episode 3, oh, by the way, I should mention this before I can talk about the episodes themselves. I forgot to mention this. Sarah Whitehoff is actually in the series. Yeah, she voices the. Because I think, oh, that's her. Yeah, she voices this court musician. Basically the court magician. Basically the one in charge of magic. Yeah, she's a friend of Yolanda's basically appears in the episode. Yes. And just by sheer coincidence, the last bench-watching anime I watched where she was in it was also another series featuring another voice actor, which I'll talk about in a minute. So, and this one basically, well, it's like, oh, they plan to do something with the characters, like try to advance the story a bit. They do suspect they're involved with basically the curse. So basically, they create a Meister Institute to basically draw him out, and Kurt is selected to be the fictional Meister. So just by sheer coincidence, he is at, well, basically the Meister place he was working at shut down, and we do see Michelle there basically, the assistant of the big-breasted woman in this one. Yeah. Huge chest. Oh my gosh. One of the biggest chests I've ever seen in the anime. So, then he goes to eat, and over here is a party known as a Sakura Party, which, here's the other character featuring somebody who was with Sarah off in the last bench-watching series, just by sheer coincidence. So, we're introduced to Donzo, who is voiced by the awesome Ian St. Clair, Cons and Sana. Donzo is voiced by Ian St. Clair. You're thinking, wait, Ian St. Clair? Yeah, just by sheer coincidence, the last series I heard him in was Demon Lore 2099. Oh, and this happened to be the 31st series I have heard him in now. 31. You're like, wow. That's pretty high. Yep. As for the other two, the brother Tetsudo, the brother Cons is voiced by Marco Ortiz Segura, and Kelly Greenshield does Sana. So, they need a porter because their current porter is out sick with a cold. So, Kurt just being polite, says, hello, I can volunteer to be a porter. Of course, they introduce each other. Of course, Sana does not exactly agree because they think, oh, it's too young. This fact she's around the same age as Kurt. So then, of course, they go on their journey to, well, this assignment to go to this cave. And they're there, but they light the cave up with this lighted moss, something Kurt just used in the previous episode. And, like, oh, look, there's poop. Goblin poop. And that's immediately a sign goblins are here. First time in a while I've seen goblins picked as evil, because goblins is something I don't really see a lot very often in anime. I think the last time I saw like this scene, well, these goblins here, maybe a lot of Goblin Slayer. Yeah, like a lot. It's like, I'm sure probably the animators who make this show probably took a lot of inspiration from Goblin Slayer on how to pick goblins. These goblins have freaking hair. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. The studio is EMT Squared. Yep, that it's apparently somebody who was a former producer at Timus Entertainment. Shows basically how the animation is similar to Case Closed. So, have I come across any series they worked on? I have. Love Tyrant, which was another series Ian St. Clair, I think, was... Actually, no, I was nicer at. So, aside from that one, there's been Drugs in Our World, which I really wish it was a dub for that one. Oh my gosh, that was like 4 years ago. There is, The Aristocrats at World Adventure, another series Ian St. Clair was in, and just by sheer coincidence, he's also the leader of a party in that one. That one is more joke, this one is more serious. So yeah, this is one. He was also Beast Hammer. Yes, Beast Hammer made this one. Yeah, they made Beast Hammer. So overall, this makes it the. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think overall this makes the 5th anime, but just by sheer coincidence, only the second one I've seen Ian Sinclair working on for the studio. Just by sheer coincidence. And he's a samurai with a scar on his face. He might, like, the appearance itself reminds you of a character. I'm trying to think, what series I see this character with this same design? I don't remember what it was, but it was another series I've seen where there's a Sam with a very similar look this guy is. Oh, now I remember. It was Rush of No World. And no, Ian Sinclair did voice that character for somebody else. That's why sheer coincidence the character looks very similar. So, him and Hans battle a group of goblins. Well, by the way, before this, Kurt had just found this door. Oh, look, something with this wall. He did notice before the goblins attacked, and it's secret passage. So he and Sana go in there. Meanwhile, though, Yelena and Latia look for Kurt. They go to his room. He's not there. And then they're told via secret communique from obviously Bandana. Yes, it's Bandana. I can tell by looking at it, it's Bandana. Oh, Kurt's gone to the caves with a party called Sakura. And they go to the cave. And of course, Latia basically just lights the cave up, and Yelena basically helps out the two guys deal with the horde of goblins. And of course, take him out with a sword that kind of looks like a katana. And then of course they just now as for Kurt and Sana, they go to this room and find a door to escape, but they come across iron golem dragons. I personally have never seen these before. So Kurt proceeds to mine them. Yes, he mines them. Now, I had never heard of iron golem dragons before. It's just like they look like regular black dragons. But no, these are made of metal. He just carves them up, beats them. And of course, basically, they form their Meister Association. Which of course, these three join as the porter. In the case of basically what happens to him, well, Don's basically gets info from Bandana, obviously, who is working for some organization. Yes, who does people work for? I don't know. It's like she's like his contact, who had apparently maybe she infiltrated the party, but Kurt gets along friendly with her, but Kurt's only seen her once. So then he confronts what appears to be is at least somebody provided info. They're like, you let the info. This was a training facility, and also the fact there were goblins there. Chase him down, and tells I'll never see her ever again. Bandana proceeds. Bandana's the one who tripped him. She's about to finish the job, and all of a sudden, these two people from the royal court, who work for an organization known as Phantoms. Okay, interesting. So then, this is by sheer coincidence. Next episode, Kurt and his group go to the very town he was at back in the first episode. Yes, it had only been 3 episodes since he last been here, and they had not finished the walls yet. Yeah, just by sheer coincidence, we just happened to be in this frontier town. So they're like, oh, put up Insta here, and give him 3 days. Like 1 day, no, 3 days. 3 days. Like, okay, give us material. And of course, they detail the whole thing. So they also give him some appraisal test, which is like, oh, he's B and C. He's actually triple S rank in terms of harvesting. He's really powerful. Yes. Also introduced Latia as the 3rd princess, and the Meister, the way for us actually Kurt himself. Of course, Sonic is like, oh, you do this in a day? Dug out all the foundation? Like, normally that takes about a week to carve that out. Like, well, actually maybe almost a week. But for one person, and he's like, oh yeah, people in my village can build like a half a dozen houses within a week. 6 houses in a week? Damn! Must be fast builders. And then, of course, they go when time runs out. And Like, this must be a dream. Like, oh, look, it's fruit growing. And Kurt built them a freaking mansion! Yes, a gorgeous looking mansion. One of the most beautiful mansions I've ever seen in anime. There's trees everywhere. And he also mentioned about griffin feathers. He later mentioned he used these to make bed sheets. Cool idea. And like, oh, here's the entranceway. Dining room. Pasta Master's office, like, oh, and Kurt basically stays here because he's the Meister. Though he doesn't know he's the Meister, but he is. And of course, everybody's rooms, obviously, which they all love. Well, they only show one. I'm guessing, given the fact the girls are in one room, well, actually, like he has a separate room and down below, like, kind of overdid it, which, the whole thing of saying he overdid it reminds me a lot of the Aristocrats' Unworldly Adventure, which, that's another series. Also features Ian St. Clair, who basically uses the voice he gave Weiss and Brooke. We usually the whole like the book. Basically, it's very, very jovial, and the fact that he has a sister in the party. The sister was actually main character's mentor. Here, he's not. He doesn't have a character that's not a sister, but he's at a party with someone's sister. That being our guy's sister. Like, very similar premise, but very similar, but not just a tiny bit per se. Yes, just by sheer coincidence. So, yes. Then Kurt stays in the thing, and he also prepares food for them, which they found to be delicious. But then he proceeds to, now, here's the thing, you like basically all these talismans all over the mansion to protect Yalte because she's under threat of assassination from some suspicious person. And Kurt proceeds to wipe all of them off the walls. With what? We don't know. And, well, basically Kurt, well, everything would be good here. Because Kurt basically probably built a mansion pretty sturdy. But, overall, still 2 good episodes. Thoroughly enjoy these ones. Yep, so yeah, that's pretty much that particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up, basically, oh, before I end this video, we do see a brief scene at the episode 4 with Mary Floss, who is lying on this platform, and she's asleep. Not sure why. I had to bring it up because otherwise I forgot about it. So, I will see you next video, which is a Comic Corner. And then it's on to more of this series. Okay, next video. Bye.